All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. My name is Armando DeGuzman. I am streaming in from Tucson, Arizona. It was a pleasure hearing all of your guys' voices coming in from all parts of the country and, quite honestly, the world. And it is my pleasure and my honor to have been asked to share a little bit about what is going on with this opportunity, this second wave that you've been hearing about, this catch the wave, this big mo that everybody's talking about, this big momentum. This webinar, this stream is not meant to give you all of the information. I just want to put that out there. I really want to encapsulate, from my perspective, what I'm seeing right now and what has us really excited and what has this industry set abuzz. We have gone back to work, and we are working around the clock. Literally right now, right here in my hometown of Tucson, downstairs there's an opportunity meeting going on at 6 o'clock. We have another webinar, another Zoom webinar program at 7 and another one at 8:30. So if my voice starts to go away, I apologize, but it's just what's happening right now, guys. There's so much excitement right now, and I want to, if you're new or if you're already seeing what's going on, I want to share with you a little bit of what my perspective is as far as what has us working around the clock and what really has us excited about what is going on. So with that said, let's get started here, and I want to make this short. I really want this to be more of a sizzle so that you guys can really get that sense of urgency of what is happening in the ZIJA world and the XANGO world. So ultimately, if you're new and you just have no idea what I'm talking about, why are you here? That's the first question that you really want to walk away with. I'm not sure if somebody invited you here to take a look at an opportunity, to take a look at some products, or you just got on here because you wanted to appease your best friend, your brother, your sister, your whoever, right? But ultimately, what you can hope to walk away with is a notion of what financial freedom could potentially be for you. And I always tell people something that we're really passionate about is helping people create multiple streams of income. I myself have multiple streams of income. I have a business degree in supply chain management, graduated from Arizona State University. I work part-time in the defense industry. I own a couple traditional businesses, but my primary source of income comes from an industry known as network marketing. And I'm not sure what your thoughts are, what your notion is, what your perception is of this industry, but hopefully as we finish this webinar in these short 20 minutes is what I'm going to shoot for, you'll have an idea of how big this can potentially be for you, because ultimately that was the case for me. I was very skeptical about this industry when I was first presented to it at a very young age, but I eat, sleep, and breathe this industry now, and it's something that I thank God, and I thank every day I don't wake up that I don't thank God for this industry and what it's been able to do for me and my family. So ultimately, that's what we're trying to preach. We're trying to preach financial freedom. And so this guy right here, Robert Kiyosaki, who also said the previous quote, he says, the richest people in the world look for and build networks, and everyone else looks for jobs. One thing that we always like to train people on is multiple streams of income, right? And there are really only 3 types of income streams available to us, even though there's numerous ways of earning money, correct? One is trading time for dollars. And in my opinion, once you get exposed to the other 2 that I'm going to talk about right now in a bit, it seems ludicrous. Once you actually experience the other 2 types of income streams, trading your time for money actually seems crazy. But you know what? That's the only thing that we're trained to do. Society teaches us that we have to go to school, get good grades, get a job, and then work for 40 hours a week for 40 years, retire with 40% of what we're used to earning, and the majority of people are working full-time and they're living part-time. And I heard somewhere else out there that most people die at 25, but are not buried until they're 75. And so to me, that's what this industry has allowed us to do. It has allowed us to really live life on our own terms and live life fully. So ultimately, it really comes down to timing. What are you doing with the time that you have given? They say that scarcity equals value. Well, you think about that, you think about gold, you think about diamonds, you think about oil. These are all commodities that are valuable in our marketplace. But in my opinion, there's nothing more valuable than our time, because literally it is a resource that we only have a finite amount of, and yet here we are selling it to people. We are selling our own time. We're putting a value on it. And in many instances, it's a very low value when literally it's the most valuable thing that we will ever possess. So I thank you guys for joining us, for plugging in, for finding out what is going on. And this is a theme that's going to be recurring throughout. Timing. You're going to hear me mention that. But what I want to do is I want to back up a little bit and give you a little bit of background so that you can understand where we're at today currently. So I was introduced to network marketing at a very young age, as I mentioned, since I was 9 years old. So I grew up around this industry, and naturally, I wasn't in the industry, but I was surrounded by it because my father was the one that joined network marketing in 1989 when I was 9 years old. My father was a surgeon. He was practicing medicine in Douglas, Arizona for 33 and a half years. In 1989, he was in a serious cycling accident going downhill about 50 miles per hour. A car got in front of him. He swerved off the road and was thrown off a cliff about 30, 40 feet, landed headfirst in the boulder, and his helmet split open, and he basically almost lost his life. He couldn't work for 7 months, and this was a wake-up call for him because even though he was a highly paid professional, a doctor, he realized that he was just trading time for dollars, and he needed to get into the other two types of income streams. So ultimately, that began his journey to network marketing. He got exposed to a company in '89, worked it really hard for 3 years, never really saw the level of success that he had wanted to or had seen other people achieve. And what began was him jumping from company to company to company to company. Over a period of 13 years, he got involved with 13 different programs. And it wasn't until 2002 that a friend contacted him and told him that this company was launching this juice that was made out of this exotic fruit known as the mangosteen fruit. And of course, being from the Philippines, he got very curious because he'd never seen it marketed commercially, got involved, and to his surprise, he had amazing health results, and he went to work. He got to work. In fact, one of the individuals that was mentoring and coaching him is on the line. I heard his name, Mr. Ray Heron, who's a legend in this industry. But Ray told my dad, work this business right now over the next 90 days as if your life depended on it. And my dad took him up on it. And every moment that he wasn't seeing patients or doing surgery, over a period of 90 days, he was working this business, massive action. And ultimately, as a result of the efforts of those first 90 days, over a period of 3 years, his organization grew to the point where he was able to triple his income as a surgeon and was generating a business volume of over $10 million monthly. And since then, the company went on to do $1 billion in under 6 years. Over a period of 15 years, they were able to get into 56 different countries, creating more millionaires than any other company out there. And what we're talking about naturally is a company called XANGO. And so I caught the tail end of this growth, but honestly, it was enough for this company and this industry to really bless our lives, my life, my father's lives, our family, our entire family's lives. We were really able to live a life of abundance and travel the world and see things that we would never been able to see and meet people that have tremendously impacted our lives and be able to help other people, countless numbers of people. And it was all because of the decision that my dad took to open his mind and take a look at an opportunity, much like you were invited to today. So what has us here today, that is the past, that is the background. But what has us here today is that literally we're sitting on a gold mine right now. But it's up to us to dig, and that's the only way that we're going to find the gold. And I want to share with you just the series of events that have transpired over the last 4 weeks, really, that have led us to where we're at today. 3 weeks ago, my family and some of the leaders here locally in Tucson, we got a call from some of the founders of this company, XANGO, and they asked us to travel out to Salt Lake City to corporate, really at the drop of a dime. I mean, it was a week's notice, and they were literally reaching out and inviting all of the leadership from across the world, all the 56 different countries. You had people from South Africa, you had people from Colombia, people from Mexico, people from Europe, people from Canada, from all over the world. So naturally, it was a big deal. And what they proceeded to unravel for us and unwrap, and the reason why I say unwrap is because truly now that I sit here and I look at this and I assimilate what is transpiring right now, I say unwrap because it was a present that we were given. Right? But a lot of times, opportunity comes disguised as hard work. And what they began to unravel for us was a strategic partnership between the legendary billion-dollar brand of XANGO and all of the products and the countless lives and the culture and the heart of this company that was merging with ZIJA. And naturally, I didn't understand, why ZIJA. I had only heard of this company by name. I didn't really understand the background and the story. And so hopefully by me sharing with you guys this background and this story, you'll kind of understand that this is almost like you're privy to some insider information almost, because you always hear about success, right? And they say success is an iceberg because people only see what's floating on the top, when 75% of it they don't understand and they don't see. So by the time you see headlines made with which is what is about to happen over the next 2 to 3 years, it will be too late. But you can say that you found out about this before it happened. And so the question is whether you're going to take action about it or not. So ultimately, what we come to find out is that ZIJA is a legacy company. And even though ZIJA was launched in 2005, so it's in essence younger than XANGO, and it hasn't really hit its growth spurt in the sense of doing $1 billion yet, we come to find out that there is a tremendous amount of history and background that predates this company. So then it started to make sense to me when I understood this, that how could this $1 billion brand that XANGO had developed over the last 15 years and the countless lives and the product behind it, what did we have to gain by partnering with ZIJA? And in order to understand that, you have to understand business. And so ultimately it came down to this man right here, Kenneth Brailsford. This guy is known as the grandfather encapsulation. He's been around network marketing for over 40 years. He has launched 2 prior companies to ZIJA that have been successful and are still in operation today that he has sold, and they're still top-rated network marketing companies right now, still doing tremendously well in the industry. So you have to understand that this man knows network marketing, but he knows how to create solid infrastructures, foundations, and technology. So we come to find out is that he owns a manufacturing company that manufactures health supplements. So when you have that much experience in network marketing and you own manufacturing facilities, not only that, but you're a savvy businessman, this guy is on the top 300 richest men in the United States, you start to understand that this is something formidable. Because I don't know about you, but when you do something multiple times over and over again, every time you get better. And this is his 3rd instance. His 3rd company is launched, and he's saying this is his legacy company. So then I began to understand. And when I began to unwrap the idea that ZIJA is a vertically integrated company, meaning that they manufacture their own products and they own that manufacturing facility, everything from the growers down all the way to the manufacturing and the packaging and the distribution of it, you understand that this isn't something that is going to be a fly-by-night success. This is something that is going to be a staple in this industry. 70% of network marketing companies are not vertically integrated, meaning that they are just marketing arms. So the barrier of entry is not necessarily difficult. Hence, you have people launching companies that really don't have any experience, knowledge, know-how, and that is why the failure rate for a network marketing company is really high. 95% of network marketing companies fail within their first 3 to 5 years. Now, when you have this company with this man and this infrastructure and this technology and this legacy that he has established, when you have that and you have the momentum that ZIJA is now picking up, going from 5 million to 150 million last year, that is something formidable. Now you understand that when you take the culture, the heart, the product, and the people of XANGO and you latch onto a rocket ship that is going up to $1 billion soon, you understand that you're sitting on something very, very, very special. And so ultimately, that's what we talk about. We talk about timing, the importance of timing. I was talking with another top income earner this weekend, and I said, if 70% of network marketing companies are vertically integrated, how many of those companies are in momentum right now? Because there are people get into network marketing for different reasons. Some people get in because they want to earn a residual income, a small passive income, pay the bills, part-time income. Some people get in because they want to make it big. And I'm here to tell you right now, at whatever one of those stages you're at, the timing could not be better, because when you can get ahead of a wave, ahead of momentum, and really capture a market share by going out and talking to people and what I call business development, you can get taken away with that wave. I know because I saw it firsthand experience happen within my family and with countless other friends and family that we hold near and dear to us. And I see that it is about to happen again with this company, and we get to do it together with our XANGO family and our XANGO product by joining forces with ZIJA. Now, I want to just give you a little bit of information about this company so you understand why it is strategic and why they decided to partner with XANGO. When you understand what is happening right now in today's society when it comes to health and wellness, and you see that it's trending upwards, you know that health and wellness is an industry that is not only growing, but it's stable. And when you're in a network marketing opportunity, you want to be in an industry that is not volatile. You know, there are a lot of network marketing companies out there. There's ones that are in finances. There are some that are in real estate. And I always tell people, take a look at that the economy and then that industry, and you tell me how are companies doing in there. You don't want to get involved in an industry that is volatile. You want to have slow, steady growth where you have the comfort of knowing that what you build is going to be around forever. Well, ZIJA is leading the natural health revolution, meaning they are outperforming the market growth. And their strategy is simple. They want to offer people natural solutions that can help nourish, restore, and condition. And so when you look at the different product lines that they have, they fit very nicely within one of these three categories. But their flagship product is something called the Moringa. That's their flagship ingredient that is contained in their super mix. And it just merges very well with the story of the mangosteen. In fact, they're very similar in that they're botanicals that have a tremendous amount of folklore and a huge amount of science that is backing them. Now, when you look at it and you kind of start to investigate it a little further, you understand that based on the potency of what this product can do and what this tree can do, it really can solve the nutritional deficiencies for a lot of people out there. And guys, the bottom line is that even here in first world countries where we have all the luxuries, we have convenience at around every corner, and we don't have much options when it comes to healthy eating, and hence we are nutrient, we're starved when it comes to nutrients. And so this is the solution. I always tell people that when a problem meets a solution, you have opportunity. And so that is what the core line consists of. They also have a mayo oil, which is a essential oil line. They also have a skincare line. They also have a fitness line. Again, I don't want to go too much into the products because I really want to instill on you what is happening here from the business perspective so you can understand timing and positioning. But I do want to mention that weight is an epidemic right now. That is, weight management, obesity is an epidemic right now. And again, they're providing solutions that are going to meet those problems and create opportunity for us. And ultimately, the products that they have also help very well for weight loss and weight management. Now, one of the things that is a blessing for us, literally, is when we partner with ZIJA, we also got pretty much a new opportunity in the form of a new compensation plan. And for those of you guys that are veterans in the industry, you understand what a binary is. Well, this is a binary hybrid, meaning that there is a unilevel on the back end. And we won't get into too much detail on that, but what I want to express to the people that are on here is that this train is moving, okay? This company just got an infusion of some highly trained, highly passionate distributors who love helping other people. And ultimately, when you're in a binary, you can only build one of two legs. So as you are being sponsored by somebody, they have to put people underneath you in order to build. And you tell me, if you're on this line, that means that the people that invited you on here are building. They are inviting. They're going out there and they're doing massive action. They're doing the deal. They're creating that second wave of growth. And so ultimately, they're just building one of two. But if you're really locked into a team that is building, you pretty much might be in the position where one of your legs is already being built for you, and all you have to do is build one of the other legs, in essence, helping all the people that are coming underneath you. And that is really the key right there when it comes to timing, positioning. There's that word again, timing. Because in my mind, we're seeing it happen on a weekly basis now, that people are sitting back and saying, let me think about this. And in that time, which could be days or even hours in some instances, they are missing out on thousands and thousands of dollars of volume that could have potentially be placed underneath them simply because they did not grab the opportunity and decide to position themselves. And so I always tell people, nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. Think about that. Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. If I look back on my life, I can pinpoint a few times when there was a crossroad in my life where my life might have looked a little bit different had I jumped on a certain opportunity. So you really have to decide if this is something that you see some value in, that you see a vision in this. There really is no risk in securing a spot, securing a position, trying the product out, and determining within 28 days if this is something that you want to build. But I guarantee you guys, when you start to really kick the tires and you have a little bit of time because you've locked your position, in that 28-day window, you will see with your own eyes the momentum that is being built up within this company due to this strategic partnership right now. So the question is, how do you join the revolution? ultimately it's to decide, where you fit in. Get in where you fit in. That's a little saying that we have. And, our goal is not to break the bank, but if you're a business person, you understand that you're in this to make money. So I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to explain these business packs so you can understand why you want to get into top, because you want to maximize your compensation structure. So ultimately, these packs are designed so that we can experience all the ZIJA products. Okay, there are also packs that contain the XANGO products as well, but ultimately, if the PVs are the same here, they pretty much, you get the same advantages. So the idea is to use the product, become a product of the product, and be able to share the product with other people. Now, going in at a diamond system allows you to really live that natural health revolution and start living that non-toxic lifestyle and drinking these products so that you can actually become healthy. Now, coming in at diamond, which is 1,000 PV, we are running a promo right now. It's called Catch the Wave, where the company is going to double your commissions on people that you sign up initially. So in other words, if you are on a diamond and the minimum consumption that is required by ZIJA in order to earn commissions is 75 PV, the max is 150 PV. So if you're at 150 PV on auto ship and you come in at a diamond, in essence, you are going to get 50% commission off of the people that you bring on board. So in other words, if you come in on a diamond and you bring 2 people at diamonds, you're basically almost, your return on investment has already been paid for. The same for the gold, 50%. The difference between gold and diamond is that diamond goes out 6 months, you get 50% income on people you sign up for 6 months. If you're on gold, it only extends out 3 months. So again, get in where you fit in. The other 2 bottom packs are also great because it allows you to position yourself, and you also get codes at different entry levels to be able to use as you're building this business and talk to other people. So ultimately, what I always encourage people to do is get in contact with the person that invited you on here and ask them a little bit more about the product. Ask them about the pack. Ask them how to get positioned, because the worst thing that can happen at least is that you try the product, you get healthy, and maybe it's not for you, but at least you're going to love the products. Okay, so that is one thing that is absolutely key, is to position yourself right now, because otherwise this second wave and this second wave of momentum is taking off with or without us, and that's what has us working around the clock. I hope you guys can sense my sense of urgency coming through, because this is going to happen with or without us. As this company goes from 150 million to 300 million, okay, that is $150 million in commissions that are going to be paid out to people. And I know it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So with that said, we're going to stop it there, guys, and I just want to end with this quote that I love from one of my favorite American poets, Ralph Waldo Emerson. He says, "Do not go where the path may lead." He says, "Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Too often, we're on this path, we find ourselves on this path in life because we were listening to so many people telling us that this was the path we needed to follow. But then all of a sudden, when we get down the end of the path and the end of days, we realize that we really lived a life that wasn't true to ourselves. And there's nothing more expensive than regret, guys, in my opinion. So with that said, thank you very much for your time, and we hope to see you sometime soon. All right, guys, make it limitless. Live life unlimited.